Hello everyone, and welcome to my plein air painting location recommendations. Those of us who like to create landscape paintings know that finding a good location with good views, access, parking, etc. can be a challenge. So in these videos, I'm sharing what I consider good locations with beautiful views that I have found across the country. Of course, these locations may also be of interest to photographers and people just looking for beautiful locations to visit. And today we're going to visit Twin Lakes in Lake County, Colorado. If you take a look at a map of Colorado, you'll see that our site is located in the north central part of the state. And if you take a look at a map focusing in on the county of Lake County, you'll see that running north and south through the county is Highway 24, and east and west across the southern part of the county is Highway 82. So you can get to Twin Lakes by going north on Highway 24 and turning left or west onto Highway 82. In that case, as you go along Highway 82, you'll have beautiful views to the south that look like this. You're looking at the beautiful Sawash Range, which is just incredible. These images were taken in July, and there was still snow on the mountains there in 2019, had a kind of a late snow melt. And there are lots of little places where you can go off of the road towards the lake. Some of them you have to pay money to park because they're fishing sites, but some are free. So there's one that's free, and that's at the power plant. So if you look at the map here, Mount Elbert Power Plant, you can turn into that off of Highway 82, and the red arrow marks the power plant, and the second red arrow marks the parking lot that's a little closer to the lake from the plant. Now, when you get to that parking lot, it's free, and this is your view. So this is a beautiful place to do photography and painting. Another beautiful place to see some views is if you drive up the mountain on Highway 24, north of Highway 82, up to Lakeview Campground. It's a great campground to stay at because there's just beautiful views there. From many of the campsites, you can actually see the mountains, as you could see them here from my campsite last summer. And of course, there's a bunch of trails, so you can go off from your campsite on a trail and you can find a lot more views and great places to paint. Just a beautiful campsite. If you don't want to pay any kind of camping fees, then you can continue up Highway 24, higher up into the mountains, and then do some boondocking on the National Forest land. Here's a site where I was doing some boondocking, and somebody else set up a chair there overlooking the mountains. And here is a view from inside my van where I did a sketch of the mountains. Now, if you continue west along 82, you come to the little town of Twin Lakes. Twin Lakes isn't really so much of a town as it is a few streets and intersections, but it's a cute little place. And if we take a look at the satellite map, we see that it's located at the west end of the larger of the two Twin Lakes. And a great place to park is in the parking lot just to the south of town, so south of Highway 82. And there's lots of great views right from that parking lot or right near the parking lot. There's also some historic buildings which can make for some, interesting sites to paint. And there's a bunch of trails from that parking lot. So I took this trail west from the parking lot and ended up with this view. Not very far from the parking lot at all. Easy enough to take your equipment and set up there. And this is a view also near the parking lot looking the other direction. Now, there are also quite a few other little pullouts along Highway 82. I've circled one that's just west of this little town. And from there you see this view. So if you want some foreground things to frame in your images, that's a great little place, and it's free parking there as well. So this was my view at Twin Lakes, and I did a couple of sketches I'll share with you. Here's one of my sketches of the mountains there from the sort of eastern end of the larger of the two lakes, and there's a little study of Mount Elbert. So I hope you enjoyed my video, and happy painting!